No one is coming to save you. Not when life gets heavy. Not when your mind is falling apart. Not when you feel lost, exhausted, and broken. No one is coming. And that truth hurts. It cuts deep. Because a part of us always hopes that one day something will happen. A miracle, an opportunity, a person, a moment that changes everything. But life doesn't work that way. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner your real life begins. Because the darkest truth about life is this: the world keeps moving, whether you rise or not. It does not pause for your pain. It does not stop for your excuses. It does not care how unfair your past was. It keeps moving, and that sounds cruel, but hidden inside that cruelty is freedom. Because if no one is coming to save you, then no one is coming to stop you either. Most people waste years waiting for motivation, waiting for support, waiting for confidence, waiting for perfect timing. But perfect timing is the lie comfort tells weak people. The truth: you build in chaos, you grow in discomfort, you rise through resistance. As Marcus Aurelius taught, the obstacle is the way. The pain you avoid today is often the doorway to the person you're meant to become. Understand this: you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems, your habits, your discipline, your standards. That is why wishing changes nothing. Talking changes nothing. Planning changes nothing. Only action changes you. There is a version of you that exists in your imagination. Stronger, sharper, focused, disciplined, uncheckable, but that version of you cannot exist while this version keeps choosing comfort. Something has to die. Your excuses, your distractions, your addiction to easy dopamine, your need for validation, your fear of being uncomfortable. Let it die. Because on the other side of that death is the person you were meant to become. The hard truth is, nobody is coming to fix your habits. Nobody is coming to wake you up at 5 a.m. Nobody is coming to make you train. Nobody is coming to make you study. Nobody is coming to build your future for you. That responsibility is yours, and responsibility is heavy. But responsibility is also power, because the moment you stop blaming life, you start controlling it. People want confidence, but confidence is not given. It is earned. One promise kept to yourself at a time. Every time you wake up early, you build confidence. Every time you train when you don't feel like it, you build confidence. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you build confidence. Confidence is simply proof that you can trust yourself. David Goggins said, "You are in danger of living a life so comfortable and soft that you will die without ever realizing your true potential." Read that again. That is not motivation. That is a warning. Comfort is seductive. It whispers, "Rest today. Start tomorrow. You deserve a break." And slowly, comfort becomes your prison. A beautiful prison. One where nothing hurts, but nothing grows. Growth is painful. Transformation is painful. Becoming stronger is painful, but staying the same. That pain lasts forever. Choose your pain wisely. There will be mornings when your body begs you to stay in bed. There will be nights when your mind tells you to quit. There will be moments when nobody notices your effort. Keep going, because the seed grows underground first. And just because nobody sees your progress does not mean progress isn't happening. The strongest people are not always the loudest. They are not always the most visible. They are the ones quietly fighting battles nobody knows about, quietly building, quietly suffering, quietly evolving. That is real power. Stop asking, "Who will help me?" Start asking, "What can I build today?" One workout, one page read, 1 hour of focused work, one promise kept. That is how empires are built. Brick by brick, day by day, choice by choice. James Clear wrote, "Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become." Think about that. Every decision matters. Every excuse is a vote for weakness. Every disciplined action is a vote for strength. Who are you voting for? You cannot build a powerful life with weak daily choices. You cannot become disciplined while negotiating with comfort. You cannot become extraordinary while living like everyone else. Something has to change, and that something is you. The world does not reward potential. It rewards execution. You can have all the dreams in the world, all the plans, all the ideas, but if action never follows, potential becomes regret. And regret is heavy, heavier than failure. Because failure teaches, regret haunts. Years from now, you will either thank yourself for starting today, or hate yourself for waiting another year. That choice is yours. Right now, in this moment, no one is coming to save you. Good, because you were never meant to be rescued. You were meant to rebuild. You were meant to become your own answer, your own rescue, your own proof. That pain can create power, and one day, people will look at your life and say, you changed. They will see the strength, the discipline, the confidence, the results, but they will never see the silent war you fought to become that person. They will never see the mornings you suffered, the nights you stayed focused, the moments you chose discipline when nobody was watching. But you will know, and that is enough. So stop waiting. Stop hoping someone else will do the work. Stop looking for rescue. Save yourself. Build yourself. Discipline yourself. Transform yourself. Because in the end, the person who changes your life will not be a hero, will not be luck, will not be circumstance. It will be you. No one is coming. So rise early. Work in silence. Train through pain. Build through struggle, and become so strong that one day, life itself has no choice but to respect what you've become. No one is coming to save you. Good. Now go build the person who never needed saving. But don't just build a better life. Build a stronger mind, because everything you want sits on the other side of who you must become. And that version of you, he doesn't negotiate with comfort. He doesn't wait for motivation. He doesn't quit when it gets hard. He shows up every single day, even when it's boring, even when it's painful, even when nothing seems to change, because he understands something most people never will. Consistency beats intensity. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be relentless. Small actions, repeated daily, become unstoppable force. One decision to wake up early. One decision to train. One decision to stay focused. One decision to say no to distractions. These decisions look small, but stacked together, they create a different life. And one day, you won't recognize yourself. The same person who once felt weak now feels unstoppable. The same person who once doubted himself now trusts every move he makes. The same person who once waited for change became the reason change happened. That's the power of building yourself. But understand this path is not easy. You will lose people. You will outgrow environments. You will feel alone at times. Good. That means you are evolving. Because growth requires separation. And separation creates strength. Not everyone is meant to come with you to your next level. Some people are attached to your old version, and when you change, they feel uncomfortable. Let them. You are not here to stay the same. You are here to become more disciplined, more focused, more dangerous. Not to others, but to your old habits, your old mindset, your old life. Destroy what's holding you back. Build what moves you forward. And remember, every single day you delay, you are choosing a life you already know you don't want. So choose differently right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Start now, because the truth is, you will never feel ready, but action creates clarity. Action creates confidence. Action creates momentum. And momentum changes everything. So take the first step. Then the next. Then the next. No one is coming. And that is your greatest advantage. Because when you finally rise, when you finally build yourself, when you finally become who you were meant to be, you won't owe it to anyone. No luck, no shortcuts, no rescue, just discipline, just sacrifice, just you. And that is the most powerful thing a person can become. No one came to save you. And that's exactly why you became unstoppable. And once you become unstoppable, there is no going back. Because now, you've seen what you're capable of. You've felt your own strength. You've proven to yourself that discipline works. And that changes everything. You no longer fear hard work. You no longer run from pain. You no longer wait for motivation. You move, you act, you execute. Because now you understand. You were never weak. You were just untrained. And once the mind is trained, once the standards are set, once the habits are locked in, you become dangerous. Not emotional, not reactive, not lost. Focused, calm, controlled. While others panic, you stay composed. While others quit, you push forward. While others doubt, you trust your process. That is the difference. And here's what nobody tells you. Discipline doesn't just change your life. It changes your identity. You stop being the person who makes excuses. You become the person who makes progress. You stop being the person who waits for change. You become the person who creates it. That shift is everything. Because once your identity changes, your life has no choice but to follow. And suddenly, the things that used to feel hard become normal. Waking up early, normal. Training daily, normal. Staying focused, normal. And that's when you realize this is who you were always meant to be. Not average, not distracted, not weak, but disciplined, focused, relentless. And the world will notice, not because you told them, but because your life will show them. Your energy will change. Your presence will change. Your standards will change. And people will feel it. Some will respect it. Some will envy it. Some will doubt it. But it won't matter, because you didn't build this for them. You built this for yourself, for the nights nobody saw, for the pain nobody understood, for the version of you that refused to give up. And that is something no one can take from you. So remember this. You don't need luck. You don't need permission. You don't need saving. You need discipline. You need focus. You need action every single day. Because greatness is not given. It is built. Decision by decision, day by day. And if you stay consistent, if you stay disciplined, if you stay locked in, there will come a day where your old life feels like a memory, a distant version of yourself you barely recognize. And in that moment, you will realize something powerful. No one came to save you, because you were never meant to be saved. You were meant to become the one who saves himself. No one is coming. Good. Now go. And become the man who doesn't need anyone to. And when that day comes, when you finally stand there, stronger, calmer, unshaken, you won't celebrate loudly. You won't need validation. You won't need approval, because deep inside, you'll know. You'll know what it took. You'll know the nights you fought yourself. You'll know the battles nobody saw. And that quiet confidence, that silent strength, will be louder than anything you could ever say. This is what building yourself does. It doesn't just change your life. It changes how you walk, how you think, how you carry yourself. You stop chasing attention. You start attracting respect. You stop explaining yourself. You start proving it through action. And that's when everything shifts, because the world treats you based on how you present yourself. And now, you are not the same person anymore. You are focused. You are disciplined. You are in control. Not perfect, but powerful. And that's enough. So if you're still waiting, still hoping, still delaying, this is your sign. Not tomorrow, not later. Not when you feel ready. Now. Because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. So if you're still waiting, still hoping, still delaying, but the moment you start, everything begins to change. One step, one action, one decision, that's all it takes to shift your entire life. So take it, right now, because no one is coming. And deep down, you already know that. Now go and build the life you keep thinking about.